Hello friends, Miss Hocutt here, and today I'm going to teach you about shades of meaning. A lot of you probably know this as synonyms. And what shades of meaning is when words are similar but grow in intensity. So I'm going to talk about two examples and then I'm going to have you guys practice one. So happy. So this is a word that a lot of you guys use in writing, but glad. That just is a little bit more intense of a word. Glad, you're more than happy, you're glad to see someone. And then one more step of intensity would be the word joyful, like you feel joy to see someone. So even more than glad, if that makes any sense. Another example is scared. This is another word that a lot of writers use. And one more step of intensity would be afraid. You're not just scared of something, you're afraid. It's a more intense word. And then one more step, horrified. So not even afraid, horrified. So that's even more of an intense word. So great writers use lots of different words. So these are just some examples of words you can use in your writing instead of just the happy or the scared words that a lot of writers use. So now I'm going to walk you through an example of another set of words. So another word that a lot of writers use is said. Like when you're using dialogue, a lot of people, said Miss Hocutt or said Sally. So I'm going to put this up here. I don't know where. Let me move this so you can see it better. Okay. Here we go. Okay, said. Let me move this in a little bit so you can see it better. Said. So this is a very basic word that a lot of writers use. But one more step in intensity for the said word would be stated. So stated John or stated Anna. So that would be one more step. It's just a little bit more intense of a word than said. Another word you could use for this would be announced. So again, one more step of intensity. Okay, and then I have two more. So I'm not going to tell you which one would go next. I'm going to have you pause it. And then I'll tell you the answer. So whispered or declared, which one do you think would go next on the level of shades of meaning? So go ahead and pause the video now and write down what one you think would go next. All right, if you said whispered to go next, you are correct. Whispered is not as intense as declared, because declared is like declared Sally. It's very strong. Whispered is just, whispered. It's not as intense of a word. All right, so declared would be the strongest word in this shades of meaning sequence. And now I'm going to give you a list of 5 words. And you're going to put them in order. You'll pause the screen after I show you the list. And I want you to put them in order on your sheet of paper. And then I'll go over them, okay? So here are the 5 words in no particular order. So you can go ahead and pause your screen and put these in order from least intense to most intense. So you can do that now. All right, so the 5 words were huge, humongous, big, large, and giant. So the word that would go first in this shades of meaning sequence is the word big. This is just a very basic word that a lot of writers use. If you're calling something big, it's just pretty generic, like a big house. All right, so that is the least intense word from those 5 that I gave you. The next one would be large, like a large dog. So it's a little bit more intense of a word than big, but still not that intense. Okay? I hope everyone's doing good so far, getting these correct. All right, next is the word huge. This is the third one. So it's becoming a little bit more intense as we go down, but still not the most intense word. So we have big, large, huge. The fourth one is giant, like a giant animal. Definitely a giant animal is definitely more intense than calling it a big animal. Giant. Okay, and then that means the last one is humongous. So if you call something humongous, it is definitely more of an intense word than if you just call something big. All right, so that is shades of meaning. Now what you're going to do after this video is you're going to complete the 2 sheets that are attached to the plans, and you can either print out the sheets and complete it, or you can just write your answers on a sheet of paper and turn it into your teacher. I'll see you later. Bye.